Hello, gorgeous. I am back today and I'm waiting in the car for my appointment. So I thought, let's do a quick video on a topic that was on my mind. So, you guys know I talk a lot about masculine and feminine polarity and how at least the people that follow me identify more as the feminine essence being in the relationship and want to be with a masculine energy person. And obviously this is true in same-sex relationships as well. One is always primarily identified as the masculine and one is primarily identified as the feminine. And so in the masculine is the one that sets the container, the containment, right? And how that looks like in an example is the feminine is the river and the masculine is the riverbed. Without the riverbed, there is no feminine. It's just a puddle of water, right? So when a woman who identifies as a feminine energy being and she doesn't have a masculine container either within herself or a partner or father, like in some kind of a masculine container, then she herself must come out of her feminine and go into the masculine, right? And so without the masculine, there is no feminine. We need both of these energies. It's the divine design of the universe, of God, whatever you identify with, it's divinely designed that way. We need each other. In modern day relationships, what's happening is that we have a couple of generations where we've been told through the feminist movement that we can't let men control us. We can't just follow men. We can't let them lead. They're not capable of leading. They're going to abuse us. They're going to control us, right? That's the narrative that we've been told. And so what's happening these days is we've got a couple generations of men and women that are super confused. Our DNA and our energy and the way that we're made tells us that we need this masculine container. We want to be ravished by the masculine. We want to be led by the masculine. But the minute it shows up in relationships, we say, well, you can't control me. Who do you think you are making decisions for me, right? And so then men are confused and they're saying, well, should I lead or should I not lead? And is that controlling? Am I allowed to make decisions, not make decisions? And it's just making a whole lot of chaos. In the culture that I come from, there is a trust between the masculine and the feminine. And in that culture, it is given that the masculine will lead and so the masculine will create that containment for the relationship and the feminine will be sort of like the honey in the relationship, right? He brings the money, he brings the containment, and she brings the honey, you often hear me saying. And so there is a general harmony and trust in this, right? People in my culture, the general feeling is you are trustworthy unless you prove otherwise. Well, people in the Western culture, in my other culture, right? I was born and raised here, so went between the two cultures. It's believed that all men are just guilty for being men. We just can't trust them. They will control us. And so women here live a lot more in fear of the masculine and of losing their freedom and independence and all these things. And so, as you can see, this creates a lot of problems. Here's how I want you to think of it. Let's say that you were responsible for providing for something and protecting it, but you had no dominion over it. Like you couldn't tell it what to do, you couldn't make any decisions and go ahead and protect and provide, right? Like good luck with that. For those of us that are parents, you know that if you were told that you were responsible for your child, you had to keep them safe, fed, loved, emotionally balanced, but you couldn't tell them anything. You couldn't control them in any way. You couldn't take anything away. You had no rights over them whatsoever. Well, how are you going to protect them? What if they're running off onto the street, but you're not allowed to tell them to stop? How are you going to protect them? Right? So as you can see, the masculine needs some authority over the relationship, without us judging him all the time or thinking that he's controlling us. How can he protect you and provide for you with absolutely zero rights in the relationship? But that's what is happening in modern day world. We have been brainwashed to think that men are incompetent, that they're incapable, that they can't make good decisions, that they're going to control us, that they don't have our best interest at heart, but we want to be in a relationship with them and we want to be provided for. Go. That doesn't work, right? It's very confusing for both parties. So your homework for today is, if you are already in a relationship, what areas of your relationship does he have dominion over? Does he have rights and decision-making power over, right? And of course, in healthy relationships, men want to take, their women's, their wives' desires into the decision making. But if he has no rights to make the decision because you think that he's controlling you, then it's not going to work, right? So if you're rotational dating, I'm going to change it up. So for the married women, what areas does he have rights to make decisions without you second guessing him all the time, without you thinking that he's controlling you? Where are you allowing that polarity to be in your relationship? Okay. If you're dating in rotational dating, then it's easy to create this in the dating aspect, where let him choose the place, let him arrange the date, let him decide if he's going to propose or not without you tampering or interfering, right? That's why rotational dating gets to be so fun and easy, because he gets to lead the relationship. You get to lead your life. So you've decided that you're not going to be any man's girlfriend. You've decided that you're not going to put yourself off the market unless you have a ring on your finger from a man, not from him. You're not putting him on this pedestal. And then you're rotational dating multiple men. Okay, and remember, dating means courting. It doesn't mean sleeping around. I think a lot of people in the Western world are very confused with the word dating. Dating means you're looking to get married and you're entertaining many suitors to see which one is a good match. That's what dating originally meant in all religions and cultures. Only in the Western culture have we really messed it up, and we can't even imagine what it means anymore. So we think we have to go home and lay down with a man because that's dating. That's not what I mean, okay? So you're dating multiple men and you're letting them lead the relationship. They can't take you off the market until you're actually off the market. You're leading your life. So that way you can see if he has those leadership capacities and you have the surrendering capacities. The problem these days isn't that men don't have leadership skills. The problem is most women have forgotten how to surrender. We want to micromanage everything. We want to control everything. Okay, so the masculine sets the structure and the container and the timeline and the direction. That's literally the definition of the divine masculine. So let him do that in the dating scene, and that gives you a chance to practice it as well, because modern women have lost the sacred art, especially in the Western world, okay? And then in marriage, let certain things be his domain. Get used to saying whatever you think is fine, okay? I trust you. Because I promise you, there's many areas of your life where you honestly don't care, okay? I don't care to make a million different decisions every single day because I honestly don't care. For example, what kind of light bulbs we use, I don't care. I don't know, okay? What route do we take? I don't know. I am directionally challenged and I refuse to become directionally educated. It's not my thing, right? So find areas that you really don't care about and let him lead, and practice surrendering. This is so healthy for both men and women. When we are surrendered in the state of being provided for, our estrogen levels go up. Like, women are actually healthier this way. This is scientifically proven now. So self-aware Barbies, don't come after me. There's studies out there. You can search for them, okay? And when a man is providing and he's in a situation where he's trusted, his leadership is trusted, his testosterone levels go up. So we keep in harmony and balance not only within ourselves, but within a relationship when we play by the rules that nature provided us with, okay? We are not physically evolved out of our hormones yet. We're just not. The timeline of evolution doesn't work that way. And so if you want to be healthy and you want your partner to be healthy, then choose certain areas where he can be fully in his masculine and you can be fully in your feminine, okay? And then in other areas, the roles may reverse, and it's okay, because that might be an area where your masculine thrives and his feminine thrives. That is okay, all right? So if you're new to my channel, subscribe and sign up for my free container playbook by signing up for my emails. They're listed in the description box. For those of you guys that have been following me for a while, I would love to have you in my basic babe bundle. If you haven't done one of my courses before, I have a whole 90-minute training in there on the differences between the masculine energies and the feminine energies, and a whole lot more that is going to change your life. It's like the wormhole that you have been praying for. All right, babes, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.